Hello guys, you guys were asking me about how to make the comic books, so I'm going to show you how to make the comic books, and I'm going to show you guys some good ideas for Valentine's Day as well. So first you're going to need scissors. You're going to have to get like 4 sheets of thin paper, and after you do that, the comic book becomes very easy. So you have 1 page, and it should total to about 5 different pages that you guys are going to total. And I'm going to show you, will tell you the monologue for the comic book, for creating a comic book. So first, no matter if it's a comic book or a movie, you're going to want to follow this and use these steps first. So first, you're going to choose your main character. And for mine, I chose Luffy from One Piece. And next, I'm going to draw my main character, which I drew him here. And I put it in the circle so it represents a seal. So there's that. And then I'm gonna use an emotional character, which is gonna symbolize my character's story and my theme, and use this idea as a condition. So with that, I drew her, and you guys all know who that is. Leave in the comments her name. And then, so you'll write the names and small details of your story, include your character, give your character a voice, a purpose, and an identity. So for the superpower of the character is he has the ability to make friends. And here are his friends. He has people who want to join his pirate ship conquest for the gold. So they all have one common goal together, and that is to find the treasure. Make 4 to 5 sheets, and that will be divided into acts. So already I've shown you the first 3 sheets, and then I have the other 2 here. So there are a total of 4 to 5 sheets, which is 1, the main character, 2, the main character's interest, 4, the emotional content, and 5, which will be the character again, ending the movie, or ending also your comic book story. So this is what I drew for the idea of finding the treasure, and as you can see here, there are steps to it all the way from the top to the bottom. So in this, what I drew is him at the top, then there's the pirates that he conquers and gets on his ship, then he's facing deep waters, he's over here, he goes and he sees the fish, he finds the map, he goes into dark water, and then as you see down here, One Piece is written for the headquarters. So everyone meets there. If they continue to go east, it's not going to be safe for them. And then he's following the map. The treasure is right here, so he travels here and then makes it with the treasure through the boat all the way home. That is your story, my friends. So stack these together. There is the last sheet, and he's at home, and he is safe, and he has his treasure. So let's stack these together. 5 sheets. Then I'm going to get my tape And I'm going to use double side tape so this sticks on both sides, and it also give it a little lift so that you can turn the pages easily. But you're welcome to stack them together into your books. Staple or glue or tape the left side of the binder, and just like a ruler, make sure that it lines up and it is straight. So let's do this. It says number 7, step 7, flip the pages and enjoy making and sharing your comic book technique with your friends. So I'm going to go ahead and put this double side tape on here. And remember I told you earlier you will need your scissors. So I'm gonna use this, I'm just gonna cut that there. I'm gonna flip it over, as the instructions say. This side, and do the same thing. Look in here, take that to the end, and like I said, it'll give it a little volume, so it won't just be you'll actually be able to flip it. So flip it back over, have the tape on there, thick. Now you don't have to remove the other side of the tape because it won't be slick, it'll be sticky. But if you do want to remove that side of the tape, that's fine, because then you can make a cover for the front of your comic book. Mine is a seal. And then we're gonna flip over, turn it this way. And here's my story. So, this is the story of Luffy, One Piece, pirate ships, and this is our comic book. There is his interest. Here are his friends. Here is the treasure map. And there's the main character again. So, thank you, and I appreciate everyone who participated in this lesson today on making our own comic books. Next part of class, I wanted to show you guys these very simple Valentine's Day cards. So, I got the material, which is just paper. I used bronze paper. You can see that. And then I just have the envelopes, which I decorate as well, and cute little stickers. And with that, you can write whatever it is you want on the inside, like be my Valentine, or thank you for being my Valentine. On the front of these are like romance cards, I love you, and then it has a sticker in the middle of it which reflects. So those are really easy. And then of course for our Bobo lovers, I have a Bobo Love Valentine's Day card, and with that you can write Boba Love, and I'll put it in this envelope, which says squad goals, which makes sense with this card. So put the card in there, write something very nice in there, seal it up, and you have your Valentine's Day cards. Very nice, very easy, and it says a lot to the person that you're giving them to. And also design them with different things for your kids if that's what you want. So I made those for Valentine's Day, because you know Valentine's Day is coming up really fast. And now let's get to how you can make your comic books look like these comic books. So with the shine and the glare. For this, you will choose your character, which again, I chose my character. Let's put it this way so you can see it. And then I have also my my handle, which is Space Queen Barbie. And I wrote 3 different animals at the top, which are going to be featured inside of my comic book. So here is the version where you can actually use the laminator or Shrinky Dinks, which is a creator kit, and it's made out of clear crystal, and it's a creative pack. So in that, you get these sheets. You can probably find these at any craft store, but what you do is they come in blank sheets, and then as you can see on the back of here, you can draw anything you want, color it in. You can leave it the same, or you can decide to shrink them. So you can have a shrinkable comic book that is a keepsake. You always want to have that. So this last part is a celebration of Mardi Gras. And as you know, today is Tuesday. It's not a coincidence that class falls on Tuesday, but no. So with that, I'm going to show you how to make these. So these are masks, and as you can see, this one has a lot of sequins on it. You're going to use felt, which comes in a pretty large variety. You can get them in different colors if that's what you desire. And then, what are these? Are sequins. That's right. Okay, so we have the mask that's already done. So this is how it'll look after you're finished. And here are some cutouts that you cut out. And let me show you. If you have a thick marker, you can use the thick marker to actually outline your mask onto the felt. Cut it out, and it will look like these. So you can make your own mask, and then you just add the sequins on it, whatever colors you would like. These are easy, very easy, affordable crafts, and they are fun. So make sure that you try these ideas. Leave in the comments and let me know how it came out. I'm going to show you how mine's came out after I finish this video. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video for our class. Thank you so much, everyone. Remember to walk by faith, not by sight. Bye-bye.